Good morning. This is Judy from Artistic Artifacts in Alexandria, Virginia, and welcome to our Facebook Live event. We do hold this every Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we do post the recording on our YouTube channel. So you will find lots of helpful information about our products, our projects, and things on Artistic Artifacts YouTube. So, this morning I have a really great, awesome announcement to make. We have on Facebook over 10,000 followers. That is an amazing community. We are so excited. We hit that number surpassed it this week, and we hope to see our community still growing. But thank you so much for all of you that are part of our community, and we just look forward to sharing the love of creativity with as many people as we can. So thank you for that. We are very excited. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest. And so we want to, we post different things similar maybe on all of those channels. So, if you really don't have enough artistic artifacts in your life, which I'm sure we don't, you want to follow us on all those channels. Thank you for that. It's a really great compliment to those of us members of the team at Artistic Artifacts. So I actually wrote down my notes this time to make sure I covered what I was supposed to. I'm gonna tell you that we had a comment sold on Thursday, which is on our Artistic Artifacts app. You can download it. There's information in the newsletters, a blog about how to get to the app. The app is the only one that allows you to purchase and buy items after the live sale has occurred. So this is Happy Chance. This is one of the bundles that we have on sale until Sunday. So it made this panel, which is, Laura Heine comes up with these absolutely gorgeous collage panels. So they printed one, and then lots and lots of fabric. We used almost every stitch of fabric. I still have some to do a strip quilt. So we have this panel made by Chris. This is Emma, which is a pattern that you'll also find on Comments Sold. So Comments Sold, download the app. It allows us to interact and communicate with you directly. It gives you access to sales that you will not find on our website or in our store. You can combine orders with our website. You can have a store pickup with Comments Sold. So all of those things are still in place and exist for you to be able to purchase from us, but you won't find these sales, or sometimes, a lot of times, the products you will not find on the website or in the store. So we're trying to keep this as special. So download the app. Android and Apple. Works on your tablet. I know it works on my laptop now. I can never either call them apps. I used to call them programs, but now they're apps. Showing my age, I guess. So that's there. The next Comments Sold, and I call it that to segment it out, is going to be March 3rd. We're very excited to have some incredibly wonderful Liberty sewing notions. So these are with Liberty patterns, sewing baskets, tape measures, just fabulous things. So there is an event on Facebook right now so that you can see a sampling of some of the items. So that will be strictly the Liberty products that we have for sale there. All right, so that is the sold. Our Facebook Live today is about an Artistic Artifacts challenge, but next week we're going to have Kathy Lincoln creating an embroidery project. We try to do one of those a month to show you the versatility of embroidery machines, and so she's going to be working on that. Okay, any questions so far? No? Anybody there?
No, they're all saying thank you.
Okay. Great. All right. Okay. Let's see here. So we have a group that started very early in the life of the retail store. So if anybody has heard me talk about the evolution of the business. It was created to be a website-only business. I had no intention of opening a retail store. So we did change our minds on that. And we did open a retail store. And one of the, I had been doing shows and traveling and meeting people so that they knew the business, knew me, saw the quality of the products that we were selling and knew that we were high quality and unique. So very different in types of things. So life started changing around 2012 with the store, with the products. We were really able to go globally and create and purchase items from different countries, Indonesian boutiques being one of the first ones, but many more after that, to create a partnership between artisans in other countries and artisans in the United States. So one of the things that happened with our grand opening is there were 3 women that walked in the door, and they immediately said, "This is our home." I mean, I'm standing at the register, it's only me running the store, and they walked in and they said, "This is our home." And I'm like, okay, your home, what are we going to do next? So those ladies helped us start a group that has become the really, really big supporter of artistic artifacts, and it's a community called Jams. So we're named Jams. It's a cool, everybody likes acronyms. It is Judy's Altered Minds. And yes, my mind is altered at times, but it's nice to have company and have members in the Judy Jams group. So we created this kind of a community where people could come. We were able to actually work on projects. We held a meeting once a month here. Then it got larger so that we didn't have room to work on projects, so we were focused on show and tell. This is the group that I go to when I need help. If I am doing an extra sale, or if I have product that needs to be bagged, or heaven help us, the art supply cabinet needs to be organized. This is the group that I go to, and they have been incredibly supportive. And they've run, I don't run the group. It's someone within the group that runs it and plans the meetings. The groups plan the meetings. We have, pre-COVID, they stayed here and came into our classroom. As I said, it's one Sunday a month, and we had developed this. And I don't, sometimes it's 50 plus people, sometimes it's 20 plus people. So we would just have that on a rotation. It does occur on Zoom right now. We're waiting just a little bit longer. We hope to be able to have meetings in person, probably closer to spring than to winter. But right now it's on Zoom, and you can join. So how you find out about the Jams meetings, there is one this Sunday coming up that's at 1:30, is you become a member of Artistic Artifacts Creative Minds group. That's where that came from. We approve you if you're not already a member, and the link for Zoom is posted. Just join us. It's open, it's friendly, and positive, and encouraging. So that's what Judy's Altered Minds is all about. And I just want to say, a teenager named us very appropriately. So it was really pretty cool. All right, so Jams is available, and right now we can bring people in from all over the world. We have actually a couple people from England that join us, and California, and all different things. So we're trying to figure out how to do in-person meetings as well as allow those people who participate by Zoom to join us. We'll get it figured out. So one of the members, Barb Boatman, who has since retired down south, and we miss her, created a challenge. So again, another little bit of information about how the business started and why I'm in this building and where I'm located is this building housed an automotive accessory business that my parents built. I worked with them for a number of years in the automotive business. And one of the things that we did is we attended the largest auto show in the country, was called SEMA in Las Vegas. It was a huge deal. Lots of money spent on booths and sizes and that type of stuff. So every year we had to produce displays. So way back then, this was one of our displays. So it's a box. It had a photograph on it. So we had these sizes, these backs, and then this is the other one. So you can tell by looking at the cars how old these guys are. But every year we had to redesign the booth and recreate these things. And my family doesn't throw anything out because maybe we could repurpose it. And so Barb Boatman said, oh, you have this box of all these frames. What can we do? So she presented the challenge 2016 to the group of jams and said, we would like you to take one of these boxes, find items within Artistic Artifacts that you have purchased, and create a sample for Judy for the store, because I didn't have a lot of samples. That was one of the other things. So you had to use the box and recycle it. You had to and show items that were purchased in Artistic Artifacts and use some type of techniques that supported what we did here. Well, learned in classes. So it was pretty amazing. So Kyle, can you just take a pan? I didn't count how many boxes we have. We did, Sharon has created a blog from that time. We'll go ahead and pull it up and make it more current, right? We can rework that one, Sharon? Yes. Okay, so give her a little time. It won't be today, but we'll work on getting that more current. And they're absolutely fantastic. As Sharon reminded me, I was in tears because I was just so grateful to this group who took their time and their talents to create these wonderful pieces for us, for me. I mean, it just was really pretty awesome. And there's notes on the back of most of these that give us some idea. And our products have changed, so there's a lot that's happened since 2016. So some of the products we don't sell anymore, but you might have in your stash. And some of the new products that we have, you know, maybe we'll have to do a couple of new boxes. But all right, so let's see, 16. We had 28 people participate. That's pretty awesome. Some people did more than, we had 28 boxes. Some people created more than one, which is above and beyond. So let's see, I tried to match up some of the products to give you an idea, I'm going to skim some of these. I might leave something out. I'll apologize in advance. So we always had some mixed, these are some vintage Mexican flags. So these were antique. And then we had these pieces that were molds and things that were painted with, we used to sell gilding paste and stuff. So that's there. We have, this was also gilder's paste. We had that for quite a long time, but it got a little hard because if you didn't move it fast enough, it got hard. So this one was with gelatos. So we still have gelatos available in more colors, and then we always have collage packs. So you can see some of that that's in there, and we have the collage packs still. Watch parts, we've always had trinkets, hardware, watch parts, those kinds of things. Beautiful enamel with beads. A gorgeous piece of copper, I can assure you. Etta was doing, she's kind of known for our Zentangles on fabric and stitching and things, so you can see how she was working out and developing her process, which was wonderful, paper, fabric. So we have lots of pens. Micron, India ink, calligraphy. So Faber-Castell is India ink, and that is what I use on fabric and paper. And that is my go-to pen. We now have Artistic Artifacts paints. We have them in 2 ounces and 4 ounces. We have Seth's Fresco. We have Irresistibles. So there's a lot of painting choices that we have now that we didn't have then. These are some polymer. We have lots of people who were doing polymer and are still doing polymer that are involved in our community. Our Little Mermaid, that's using some needle felted pieces, which, you know, you can always find some of this miscellaneous needle felting things in our place. Every once in a while you'll find bags of miscellaneous stuff that won't make it to the website but will make it to the store. Alcohol inks we still have, we sell. They're wonderful on metal pieces there, and then of course the Aboriginal fabrics, which have come a long way, and just stitching a log cabin block. Ice resin is really wonderful. We have these fabulous pieces. Jen Bell was, I had never seen anybody do this before. This whole piece has several layers in it, and it was fascinating to see how she worked with the resin. So first you have the background with the Angelina, then she cut the trees out of fabric, and so it's multiple layers, and you can see it goes right up to this. And she used to coat her ATCs with resin as well. I just was always amazed at how she could use that product. So we do have the full line of ice resin. We have tons and tons of bezels. We hear through the grapevine that there's some changes going on. The Ranger made an announcement that they're going to stop manufacturing the resin. So be aware. That is a little bit scary for us, and but that's what we hear. This piece was created by Teresa. She did a tap transfer, which I'll show you that product in a minute, and then she has a mica piece that came up, and she likes our eyelash. So this is a product that is available through Painter's Thread. That's eyelash, and I'll show you this is transfer artist paper. So that's what she used for her image. Then we had some fabric. This is Tim Holtz fabric behind there, and some layers of some skeleton leaves and butterflies. These were pieces that are fabric. So we still have a little bit of the batik that we designed. So we always have batik fabric, whether we designed it or not, so that'll be there. Alcohol ink on the turtle. Again, it's metal pieces. And we have some small metal pieces that I think are meant for, could be additives or jewelry pieces. That's good. This is another one with alcohol ink, and I think that's Yupo paper. I'm not 100% sure. Based around some silk, which we do a lot with silk. So Treenway's hand-dyed silk. So you have some alcohol inks and some silks there. This one I thought was fun, 3-dimensional. This was a stencil with some metallic paint as well as molding paste, I think, because there's a little bit of dimension to it, so that is very cute. It'll hang on the wall, but it also makes it kind of fun to do a different way. And then we had Chris. Chris has been with us for a long time, and you saw her on the Comments Sold, and she's our social media guru and loves stitching. So this is a hand-dyed doily, some beads that are in there. Great to use with, you know, our famous collage packs. These are one of the things that we've had since the beginning, vintage pieces and trims and mixes to challenge you to try some new things. So she took a piece there. Diane, I think, yes, did some painter's threads. So there's ribbon embroidery, painter's pearls, and a few sequins. that were used in her piece, and the more batik and more sequins in there. We'll post a list of everybody who participated in it, because of course I didn't name everybody, so I didn't give everybody their due acknowledgement. I apologize for that, but we'll put that on the blog post so you have an idea of who participated in the challenge. So, are there any questions at this point?
Yes. Andy would like to know what a Zentangle is.
Oh, Zentangle. I hate to say it, but Google it. But it's kind of like fancy doodling. And it started out as paper in a very small, like 4x4, 3x3. When I was teaching art with the Boy Scouts, we had them do it. There was nothing zen about that process, but that's okay. They doodled. And so you could draw it, and it evolved in straight lines and doodling. Now it's gone further. There's authorized Zentangle teachers. Etta does a lot. Marcella teaches classes, I think. And it's, to me, very cool to look at that process and think in thread and thread patterns, as well as drawing the lines. And I think that reinforces it. If you draw it on paper, then you can put it in your head, and then it'll go to your hands when you're sewing. So, good question. What else? No other questions? Nothing? Really?
Just little hearts.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. I still had some comments. Okay. All right. So Sharon will get a chance. Which Sharon's I did show you Sharon's real quickly, but this was hers that she did too. So Sharon is our newsletter guru and blog, and she's our woman with words, and I'm the woman with pictures. So we'll work on that blog post to give you some information on that, and give everybody some accolades as they so nicely deserve. For those of you guys who are in the area and plan on visiting us this afternoon, we celebrated Random Acts of Kindness on Thursday in the store, and we also had abandoned art project that was in the store. Well, we again had many customers who brought us some items to share with you. So if you're in the store today, look for these little tags. That's a gift for you. That is art that has been shared with another customer, most likely, in the store. So there's lots of things to do once you get here, is to hunt these down. One per customer that we ask, but that's the tag that you'll look for. I'll let you know what we have on the next Facebook Live and then the next comment sold. So there's definitely activities coming up. We have Buy Annie's, which is a new product that we purchased, and it is online, ready to go. And there is some fabric on sale, but you have to download the app. That's the place that you get it. Artistic Artifacts. If you go to the App Store and search for Artistic Artifacts, you'll find the app, and it's safe to download. It's all good. It's free, and that'll let you in on the sale that we have going on until the end of Sunday. And I think that's it. Okay, so thank you for joining us this morning. We're glad that you're here. I hope you have a very creative day, and stay with our community, Artistic Artifacts. Thank you.